Hi, folks. Thanks for tuning in. I just want to talk to you for a few minutes and elaborate on some points that I made in your syllabus that I have sent to you. You'll find that in Canvas. Um, First of all, I'm so looking forward to this. I've been teaching in the philosophy department for some time now, and specifically teaching also business ethics, which is so much more than the name would imply. It just sounds like almost, as I mentioned in your syllabus, an oxymoron. A contradiction. Business ethics. Who's ethical in business? Well, I think that's decidedly wrong. It is an ethical world that we live in, and people do ethics all of the time, whether they're aware of it or not. What I would like to have us do as a result of this course is to do ethics, only do it now on purpose, knowing what you're doing and knowing the various traditions that it's coming at you in, going back 2,600 years. This is when people began to ask the question, at least in Western philosophy, how ought we to live? So Aristotle has a take on this. Jeremy Bentham, John Stuart Mill, centuries later, had a take on that. Immanuel Kant, John Rawls in the 20th century, all had an understanding that would have direct implications on how people do business. So if you were taking medical ethics or legal ethics, you'd run into the same issue. Ethics, folks, is in the philosophy department for a reason. It is a branch of philosophy. So the first thing I would want you to know is that although it's a course in business ethics, this is not a business course. All right, that comes as a surprise to some folks. That's why I'm telling you this, just to get ready for it. You'll be fine, trust me. I'm not going to talk down to you as not philosophy majors and say, well, they're not going to understand this. This is too lofty for them. I hated when people were doing that to me when I was a student. If we talk about something that you don't feel you have a handle on, then ask. And if you don't ask, that's still okay. It'll come around again. Okay, class rules. And I'm telling you this simply so you know what you're getting into, so people aren't surprised on day one. You have to show up. A course like this requires your attendance in order to work, in order to be effective. There are disciplines where that's not necessarily true. Not to in any way minimize their difficulty. That's not the issue. But I think you could probably take a course in accounting and do the work outside of class, grab somebody's notes, and get by better than you could by skipping classes here. It's just not that kind of discipline. It requires your presence. So as a result, you'll see on the grading that part of your grade is based on attendance and participation. It doesn't mean you have to come up with a question a week. That's not the point. Don't worry about that. We'll work that out as we go. But attendance is mandatory for that reason. Also, you have to turn on your computer. Turn on your cameras, I mean. That's something that I've been lax on in the past. It just doesn't work in this type of course. I need to be able to relate to you. And I need to see you. Look, online instruction, I can't imagine what it's like for you guys. It's certainly not how I went to school. It's got to be really difficult. But I'll tell you right now, it's not easy to teach it online either, especially in a course like this where interaction is everything. I can't go through another semester talking to a name in a black box, okay? I mean, it makes me want to tear my hair out. And you see the effect that's had already. I can't afford to lose any more of that. So turn your cameras on. And if you don't have a camera, you're going to have to get one. As though it were a textbook. You have to get one. Because if you don't, then I can't mark you as present, in effect. All right? It's that important to the course. And on the subject of textbooks, make sure you have your textbooks on day one. If you don't, you're going to fall behind immediately. And that's especially true for the first two textbooks that I note, the Shaw Business Ethics text, that's your basic text, And then the second one I note is The Cheating Culture by David Callahan. You see, we're going to be constantly toggling between the philosophical traditions that ethics is based on and the world of today and its application. So we're going to be going, back and forth, and these textbooks do that quite effectively. Also, too, you have to do the readings. Very, very necessary. From the practical standpoint, that I don't teach from the readings. Okay, I mean, if that's all I did, then all I'd have to do is basically have you do the readings, right? Make my job very easy. But it wouldn't work, especially in a course like this. So we approach ethics is best approached from different angles. So you'll have the readings, and then I'll give you the lectures, and my lectures will be supported by PowerPoints, which I will mail to you at the end of every week. And then your questions, I would imagine, would come up more from the readings, where you'll say to me, you said this, but the reading says that. That's great. That makes for a very good discussion. So let's see. Oh, I have to admit to one thing, and I'll let you go, which is that I'm not big on technology, okay? I do the best that I can do, and I'm here to tell you I've come a long way. But I'm the kind of guy who can't work his own can opener, okay? That's who you're dealing with. I can't help it. You know how frustrated you get when you try to explain to your parents some arcane application on your phone or your computer, and they don't get it, and you get all frustrated? Well, I'm your grandparents, okay? So I do the best that I can do, and I'm really getting better. But there's an aspect of Canvas that I'm still learning. I'm taking another training before the semester. I'm just warning you that I'm probably going to frustrate you no matter how good I get at it, because, it's just I do the best that I can do. All right, look, folks, I'm going to let you go. Take a look at the syllabus. It's the things I talked about are mentioned there in some greater detail. Get the textbooks and look at the first few weeks of assignments so you know what's coming. And I will I'm looking forward to seeing you on the 19th. So enjoy the rest of the break. Be safe. Stay healthy. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.